Hi guys, and welcome back to It's a Twin Thing. The topic for today is hormones and emotions. And so today I've got something a little bit different. I've got a good friend of mine sharing her experience. Her name's Dolores and she's a twin mum. She's got two beautiful children, Marco and Carla, and they're 3 now. So she's going to share a little bit about her journey and her experiences as a twin mum with hormones and with her emotions. But I gotta say, from my experience, it's so normal to have your ups and downs. You, as a multiple mum, you have an influx of hormones coming through your body. You're gonna have your moments where you're just crying for no reason. It's so normal. It is a little bit harder on the husbands as they don't really understand. I know my husband felt helpless at times because he didn't know how to help. But it's normal and it does pass. There are so many different factors that come into play when you fall pregnant. Your body, as a woman, your body changes. You've got to come to terms with the changing that you're unaware of, especially for first time mums. There's everything, just you feel a little bit out of control of your own body because things just continue to happen and you don't know what's coming next. But it is a beautiful experience in saying that, and at the end you get beautiful children, so it's all worth it. So enough from me. Enjoy the clip. If you've got any questions for Dolls, please contact me and I will pass it on to her, and hopefully she can help you in your journey. And tomorrow's topic will be weight gain, so we'll see you all then. Tune in, and have a great day. Bye.
Hi, my name's Dolores. I am a twin mum to Marco and Carla. They're 3 years old. I want to thank Alicia for having me come in and talk a little bit about my experiences with pregnancy and even postpartum issues that I have personally endured. So today the topic that I'll be speaking to you about is hormone changes and hormones themselves. So with hormones, we tend to understand as women that, usually with, normal cycles would have hormonal changes, and experience, different things like mood swings, aches and pains, some of the usual things that come with, being a woman. But then when you add, pregnancy to the complex, it becomes a different, playing field. So I was quite fortunate during my pregnancy. I didn't really have too many issues with my kids. For a fairly short-statured woman, I was quite fortunate to bear them quite comfortably. I had some other issues. I have fibromyalgia, which is a chronic pain condition. So that, coupled with hormones, certain periods was challenging, but by no means impossible. So most of my hormone imbalances actually occurred, imbalances and issues occurred after the babies were born. So our babies were born at 36 and 6 weeks. I went through an induction and ended up in a emergency C-section. My son didn't want to move, so we needed to help nudge them out of there, and my daughter was in breech. So none of these sort of hormonal issues came until a little bit after when my babies were born. Some issues with postpartum depression. Definitely having feelings and moments where, especially in the early stages where it's really monotonous, feed, burp, cry. We all went through some issues with the kids in the first few months. So my daughter had colic and my son had silent reflux. So that had its challenges, and I had moments where I definitely felt very isolated. So that kind of didn't help when I had hormonal changes occurring postpartum. I also suffered from a bit of a skin condition. So, things like postpartum depression and, certain things like we talk about hormonal imbalances and issues that occur during pregnancy and even to a point after pregnancy. Some of these topics are quite common. So what I found quite surprising is when I went through the first sort of 6 to 7 months postpartum, and then ended up with perioral dermatitis, which is a form of skin condition that can basically attack your skin, create a lot of sort of red flare, blotches, dry skin. You can commonly get it sort of around your cheekbones and your cheeks, in your nose. You can probably see, even though I'm wearing makeup today, it's a light-based foundation, and it's powder, not cream. So we've been advised to avoid cream to sort of let the skin breathe. You can still see it's sort of a little bit there, but it's by no means aggressive compared to what I had it after my kid's baptism at about 7 or 8 months. So for me, it didn't actually arise straight away. It took a little bit of time for the skin to present the level of hormonal changes that had occurred postpartum. They tend to say that for women, a lot of the time, the pregnancy can kind of bring out some of these perhaps already underlying skin conditions, and that with the hormonal changes as a result of the pregnancy, they become amplified and eventually show the level of effect that it's having on your body. So it also can quite commonly come around the mouth, over here as well, and even parts of your chin. So once it got that bad, we sort of had a very clear understanding of what it was. And I was recommended a few things. So things like taking periodontitis, taking Doxolin, which is a form of oral medication, using topical steroids where possible. I didn't find them particularly effective, but the Doxolin definitely sort of helped me nip it in the bud a little bit better. Initial 1 or 2 rounds were most effective, and then I was able to take a break for a period, but then found after that 7 months to probably about probably another year, I found it was still requiring some medication and a top-up dosage. I was able to take a little bit of a break for a while, and then it flared up again. So, some of these hormonal changes can actually have quite everlasting effects. I've been advised by my doctor that it's likely that I'll probably need top-up medications for an endured period of time. Hard to say if it will eventually go away completely, but as you can see here, I have some red spots around my nose, some around my cheeks. A few things that I've been advised you can do are using things like sunscreen to help protect the skin against the sun, because essentially when the sun is being exposed to the skin, it doesn't help, when we're already dealing with things like sunburn, your hormones and the way that your body deals with that can actually amplify and make the skin more aggressive. Definitely to use more water-based products. So that was the first thing that I looked into, was foundations that were a little bit more kind to the skin. Using moisturizers that are all water-based, and even to a point using sort of soap-free kind of products to help assist. Definitely staying away from things like creams, liquid foundations that contain any oils, because they'll block the pores and not help the skin to breathe. Of course, with COVID-19, it doesn't help that we have to wear masks. Given I work in a high school, it's not ideal to not wear masks at this point in time. So that doesn't help ideally to letting my skin breathe, but I'm aware on my days off of what I can do to kind of help reduce some of that aggressiveness with the skin. So my experience was quite different, and I think all of our experiences are. But today I wanted to share with you all just what I went through with hormones and the postpartum issues I had. And I think it's important to talk about these things because this is not an area that I was aware of at all, that I had any idea about. We sort of focus so much about, getting ready for delivery and what's going to happen, how you're going to treat your baby and what you're going to do to care for your baby afterwards, as well as to a point care for yourself. But there's so many underlying issues and conditions that arise post-pregnancy that I'm really glad we have this forum to talk about. I thank Alessia for giving me the opportunity to talk to you all today, and hopefully I can come back and have a chat to you about another topic again. I want to say to all of you wonderful multiple mums and dads, you're doing a great job. Keep at it. The days are hard. Some of them are very long, and the nights even longer. All the pain and even all the frustration you have with certain issues, whether it be personally, whether it be how you work together as a team to support your babies. Keep working at it, keep trying to find new solutions, and definitely try and keep in touch with the multiple mum and dads community, and finding ways to support each other. Stay well, everyone. Thanks.